Welcome back to the VTuber News. This is Salvi, the one who resides on the right side of your screen most of the time, and I'm here now just to remind you guys that I do have a goal for, at the very least, until my birthday in June. I would love to be able to reach 20k subscribers, so if you could please subscribe and continue to watch these videos whenever you have a chance, I would really appreciate it. Just a small reminder, of course, and do enjoy the rest of the video. If you thought things with Sykkuno couldn't get worse, boy, were you wrong, and so was I. Things have gotten kind of murky, and they've gotten wild over here. We first started with Hemomo, who was someone who, called out Sykkuno as a serial cheater, massive manipulator, and she called him a dangerous predator. A lot of people have gone against the whole dangerous predator part. Yes, he's a serial cheater, an asshole manipulator, but a lot of people on the predator part, they say it cheapens the word. And I already talked about that previously. And we are talking about right now this. Sykkuno victim comes forward saying he finished inside of her without protection in evil Las Vegas hotel room. And down here says it was intercourse with two consenting adults as she gave him verbal consent. This was not assault as consent was given, and her not being able to voice out her thoughts after is not Sykkuno's fault. And here is where this is popping up here. The perfect example of why you should avoid putting yourself in situations that could turn S if you're not confident in your ability to set clear boundaries and say no to when needed. Trying to rewrite history and frame this as some kind of assault is completely disingenuous. Also, I will say that makes it harder for actual victims to come out and actually get their perpetrators arrested and tried and actually convicted, because the more people come out here and start changing their minds later on, as what it seems to be here, everyone seems to be saying she's changing her mind. I'm not really sure 100%. And treats it now as assault, and now that all these things have come out, when before she had given consent, that cheapens it for everyone else in the sense that now people will not be believed. Victims, actual victims of assaults, of SA, will not be believed because, oh, you're just changing your tune, is what some people will do. Now, it's an asshole thing to do no matter what, because until it's proven otherwise, you should at the very least take it with, more than a grain of salt, that yes, they more likely were SA'd, then investigate and then see how things are going there. Stuff like this is exactly why actual victims of S assault don't get taken seriously, just like what I just said. Too many of these allegations turn out to be nothing burgers that poison the well for real stories, and that is the big issue here. Yes, if she didn't like what happened, then that's absolutely, regretting it is absolutely legitimate, but do not put it out as SA. You're getting sex with someone thinking that, yeah, I said yes, but in my head I meant no. You should always verbalize that you mean no, because people aren't mind readers. Some people can't read, visual cues as much. Be very vocal about what you do. Either way, you should always be careful as a man. You should always be careful and make sure that consent is there, verbal consent, and also, you can kind of tell by the behavior if they actually consent or not. So go for all those cues and be cautious. Be very cautious. It's being mad at yourself for not verbalizing your boundaries and saying yes to things you were uncomfortable with, even when you had every chance to speak up. You literally admitted in this video to giving verbal consent to him. Hanging on to it and only coming out with the story because she claims to feel blindsided by him having a girlfriend makes this come across more like a second side piece looking for payback. And you know what? If she feels bad about the situation, I give her that. I absolutely give her that. You can feel bad about the situation. You can feel bad about being supposedly coerced into it. You feel bad about that, and that is legitimate. I won't delegitimize that part of it. But you cannot treat it as SA because of you regretting it later. Now, if you're verbalizing that it's not consent, then that is absolutely different. But here, everything, all on his side, seemed like it was consent. Now, he's an asshole. He absolutely is. He's a cheater. He's an asshole. He's a manipulator. 100%. If he actually SA'd someone, he should be convicted of that. But here, the problem is, you're making it way too murky for anybody to actually see if it is or isn't. It's way too murky here, and this is annoying, because I'd rather it be clear-cut, and clear-cut as in like you were like, no, I don't want this, no, we should not be doing this, and then him continuing, clear-cut, boom, get him in jail. But in this case, it's very murky. This wasn't assault whatsoever. It was consensual S between adults, followed by regret and retroactive framing. Take responsibility for your choices instead of playing victim. Down here, usually I don't share this online because it's not something I enjoy talking about. But since I keep getting called a woman hater and a victim blamer, let me clarify. The reason I feel strongly about this topic and feel so comfortable talking about it is because I've actually gone through the situation where my consent was genuinely violated. I don't need to go into details, but it was traumatic and completely changed how I look at conversations around assault, consent, and boundaries. Absolutely. She's an actual victim, and actual victims feel delegitimized when you do this. In this era of the internet, there's a lot of allegations that come out against all sorts of people, and I think everyone should be more mindful about how things are framed and labeled. We should recognize the difference between a situation where someone feels regret or discomfort after an encounter versus one where someone's consent was actively and maliciously disregarded and violated. They're both upsetting and uncomfortable to go through. But there is an undeniable difference. Let's be serious. For the past few years, online discourse around this, any sort of allegation groups every situation into the same category and puts some same predator abuser label on anyone who is accused of doing anything. This ends up putting people who may have made a mistake, misunderstood the situation, in the same category as people who are actively and maliciously violating others. Not acknowledging the differences in severity and context ends up equalizing completely different experiences, and ultimately undermines people who have gone through some more severe situations and actually are traumatized. But by the way, because people get used to seeing every allegation, no matter how valid, severe it may be, framed and judged the same way, it's given the same abuser able R verdict. When every uncomfortable incident or bad breakup gets characterized as the worst of the worst, it makes it harder for people to take actual serious allegations seriously, since everyone's used to everything minor disagreement or misunderstanding labeled as predatory or abusive. Continuing here, I don't know if it counts as non-consensual if you have been hearing issues, accidentally say to him asking if you're safe. However, her accusation that he's pushy is serious. Yes, that is serious allegation. Yes, he is pushy. It's been shown. He has that whole F-boy attitude. It has been shown by many people. He is an asshole, like I said. He's a manipulator. He's a cheater. He's someone who knows how to flirt, someone who knows how to love bomb, someone who knows how to get what he wants. And that is true about him. However, her accusation this accusation here is bad. He will probably need to respond now. I didn't hear him, but he said, She didn't hear him, but I was able to recall him saying that. WTF is this rat on about? I don't agree with, calling her names or anything like that. You're actually trying to ruin a man's life over revoking consent years later. This is where I believe all women get to. No, I don't believe in that, honestly. But it does cheapen, I don't agree with this guy, but it does cheapen things. I absolutely do believe it does actually cheapen things. Here, had consensual, regrets it, calls herself a victim. Is this a joke? Over here, saving your time. Conclusion, she had a one-night stand with Sykkuno, claiming she didn't have it in her to say no, and he busted inside of her after asking her, is it safe? Her replying, claiming she is hard at hearing. If you're hard at hearing, absolutely. Look, I don't care if the guy loses his boner or whatever. If you're like, can you repeat that again, please? I didn't hear you. Or can you say it louder? Or something like that. Or I'm not sure. If you say I'm not sure, then he should stop and things like that. If you're not sure, say it. Please, dear God, say it. Because that's what matters. If you're not comfortable, say it, because that's what matters. And in that way, you can absolutely be sure that they will be seen as a criminal and seen as the asshole they are. Over here, if the clip's too long, read this. They shared a room in Vegas. He made a move on her, told him she just wanted to watch a movie. After 30 minutes of him making moves, she gave in and instead gave him oral. The next morning, he hugs her, then pushes her onto the bed. That's when they had, relations. It didn't have it in her to tell him to stop, so she let it happen. She said she's always wears protection and never does one-night stands. She claims she's hard of hearing and that he asked her, is it safe? Replied, he went inside of her, that was it, and then they laid there. She asked him when it was last relationship, and do you sleep around often? He said no, it's literally it. She feels backstab about him lying, and that is legit. The backstab about him lying is legit. He's a liar. We've known that. We've seen that. Well, she can't call herself a victim in court. She framed it so bad to the point that she admitted to give consent. I give her C+ for sort of being accountable here. She cared to ask the questions at the beginning. She wouldn't put herself in that position first. The thing is, sometimes people can get, wrapped up in the whole situation, and they can allow things to move forward. But always, I say it again, always verbalize your consent or the lack thereof the consent. Twitch streamer Leia drops a bombshell. He finished inside of her, and then people are making fun of the situation, as they always tend to do. Why are you letting a random dudes come inside of you? Why on earth would you have unprotected that relations? If someone you're not in a relationship or excessive with, aren't you afraid of STIs? And all I'm gathering is this dude was cracking, blanks, and they're all mad that they weren't the ones being cracked. So let me just go to this guy here, Phantom, who says, take hotel room offer, admits she thinks he's cute. He's cute, allows him to make a move, gives him a BJ, hugs that led to relations, allows him to finish, hard of hearing, says she doesn't sleep around, asks him when his last relationship was, this should have been first. It's his fault, guys. Lying about not sleeping around. This would have been more detailed, but I have a character limit. But yeah, look, like I said, one main thing I want 100% to be crystal clear here. I am not minimizing actual victims. Actual victims of SA absolutely should have the predators who did that to them buried underneath the jail. I'll just say that much. They should be in jail and they should be tried. They should not be out in public. They should not be out in the public because that is horrible. I'll just say that 100% unequivocally. You believe the victims, the people who are actually victims, and do not do this. Do not cheapen the word of SA. Do not cheapen the victims who have actually experienced this and are traumatized for the rest of their life. Do not do this. If you regret something, say, you know what, I regretted sleeping with him, I regretted this and that, but do not cheapen what actually happens to other people, which is what I feel happened here. Of course, if you disagree with this, let me know. If you think I'm being too harsh, let me know. But it really annoys me because I've had friends who have been SA'd, both male and female, and that irks me when people do not respect what it is, do not respect the trauma that it can actually cause people. I'm sorry, I got a little bit heated there, but it does tick me off. Let me know, like I said again, down below if I've been a little too harsh here, but that's all I have to say on this matter. Ooh, subliminal messaging. Follow the squirrel. Subscribe to the squirrel. This is not a psyop. This is just me being a dumbass. Ooh, subscribe. She is leaving as we're going to Shishi Fin, who is a VTuber within the the regular VTuber space inside of Twitter, and she has her own Twitch as well, I believe. Griffin Idol VTuber. She has notified everybody that she has graduated. She is not even graduating later on. She has already graduated, and it took me a little bit to actually get to it, and I do apologize for that. But here we are. It says, hello all with the heaviest of hearts. I must inform you that my time to go, effective immediately, April 4th, when she did this. I guess maybe April 4th was when she wanted to do it, but April 11th is when she notified people of everything. I have been the brand of Shishi Fin for almost 4 years, and I've loved every minute of it. I've loved being your Griffin and love every moment of being a streamer and everything I have done. As Shishi, I'm graduating due to unfortunate circumstances and a series of unfortunate events. I've lost almost everything due to a repair shop factory resetting my PC, making me lose all of my files. While yes, my model mama had my model file. When trying to make it work, nothing would get it to move properly. That on top of just all the stress of trying to get a new PC, figure out pricing of new assets, and just a lot of health reasons, I decided to let Shishi Fin brand go. What does this mean for my content, my channels, etc.? As of right now, everything will stay where it is. I won't be deleting anything, as I wish that maybe someday I can come back to repurpose the channels, even if it's not as the brand of Shishi Fin. What does this mean for current ongoing commissions? If you're working on commissions for me, please just continue. I will gladly still have it and use it as maybe towards my next life. Will I still be active in other places? I may be in friends' streams from time to time, but other than my current Discord server, you won't be active. You won't be seeing them there. They'll be active on other social media. Hope to be able to rebrand in the future. Things like it really sucks. This has happened to other people. Most recently that I can remember, it happened to Yomi Quinley of SVA, Sox Vtuber Agency. Something happened with, they were resetting the computer, redoing things to the computer. All the information got lost. With that, I am doing something myself of making sure all the little extra thingy-madoobs here and everything like that is in the cloud in some way, shape, or form. That's one of the reasons why I use specifically for the stuff on my stream. I use Streamlabs OBS because Streamlabs OBS does save things to the cloud. So that you can be on a different computer and get the exact same settings. Now, when it comes to other things like my model and stuff, I do not have that saved in the cloud, but I have it saved in like 3 or 4 different hard drives. So I have like a triple, quadruple thing there, but I should probably save it in the cloud as well in order to make sure that just in case something happens, that, doesn't go bad. I really do hope that she is able to come back stronger than ever and is able to figure everything out in some way. Lucky Akuma is an EN VTuber, Bratty Devil, Teddy, and Twitch partner, etc. We have some news from them. Not a graduation, but a hiatus announcement. They say here, I don't mean to alarm anyone, but if I'm honest, I'm not okay right now. My mental state is always fragile, but it is especially fragile right now. So I think it's best if I take a step back. That is a very big and very mature thing to do, to take a step back for those situations. Lack of ability to trust others in this space is unbearable right now. Recent events, in addition to the horrible experiences I've had in the past, are making me question my relationship with others. I know that it's something that stems from within me that I need to work on, but in this space, it is increasingly difficult to tell who's generally in my corner. Put a lot of effort into showing my peers kindness and support because I truly want to, and I feel often received negatively as if I'm seeking something out of it, like seeking attention, that type of thing. I've gotten that before, which I am not. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I'm too outspoken, and I'm outspoken about my love and support for other VTubers. I wish more people were comfortable doing that in this space, and it isn't seen as transactional. Transactional, competitive, whatever you want to call it, I've seen that too many times. That's why I'm glad when people do reach out, VTubers, big and small, whatever. I reached out in the past and just say, either thank you for being kind or whatever. I'm glad that they do that. Or met with worry. The unwillingness to open yourself up to others is not only hurting you, but others looking for genuine connection. It led to the lack of communication, inherent distrust, and slew of negativity. I will strive to continue to be my authentic self, despite this, but I need some time to remind myself of that. I am a very sensitive and damaged person, so being in this space has done an absolute number on my ability to trust and interact with others. I think a break will do wonders for this, and I think it will. Honestly, I think it will. I'm unsure how long it will be, but I hope to return to feeling reinvigorated again. Thank you so much for taking time to read this and for supporting me in any way. I hope to see you soon. And we take a look here at the responses I get. Sending you so much love. You're an incredible person and friend. Anyway, Pansu says, have a nice break, Lucky. Hope you'll be back soon, and I 10,000% get what you're coming from with this. I've had time trying to make friends in this space because I'm always worried. A hard time trying to make friends. I always say they'll think I'm trying to do something else, but please keep your head up. And yeah, that's the big thing, unfortunately. A lot of people see the friends as transactional. A lot of people treat friends as transactional. Enough people have been treated with transactional relationship stuff there going on in the world that they are very wary of this. You've always been so kind to me. Really wish that people would stop normalizing being suspect to kindness in the space. The world needs exactly the opposite right now. Love you, girly. We'll be waiting as long as you need. You're real as F, and words cannot express how much I appreciate you. So a lot of other people have been sending her lots of love too. And yeah, it sucks that this world right now is very transactional in the way a lot of things are done. I am not transactional in anything I do because, well, there aren't any transactions going around. But I am glad that I have been able to connect with the people that I have been able to, the VTubers I've been able to connect with, big and small. And I'm glad to have been able to be blessed with their company. Another Shiro, a songwriter producer, is announcing a performer reveal for another fest. It's on the 18th of April, so it's going to be Saturday, 18th of April. We'll be singing Guiding Star at Another Fest 2026, Heavy Metal May, and Sila VR. We'll be there. You can check them out. The original song below too, 7 Days to Go, stream link below as well. The original song is this one, which I'm going to have a listen to. Have you guys listen to real quick. So yeah, they're doing that, and this is the big celebration here. It is Another Fest 2026, Saturday, April 18th at 3 p.m. PDT, 6 p.m. EDT, and 12 a.m. CEST, Central European Standard Time. Appreciate you guys being here, and of course, let me know what you think down below. I really, really wish them the best. This is amazing for anybody and everybody. It's an amazing thing. Love it. Love seeing it. Nitya, or Nitya Nil, is a part of FaZe Saga of FaZe Connect. It is the newest generation of FaZe Connect. And what we're talking about her today is going to be kind of a short one, where we have Why I Still Feel So Unreal. Thank you so much for 50k. We'll continue to do my best and hope that I will be able to bring you lots of LMAOs and LOLs. Thank you for giving me a chance for spending time with me. Sammy Sweep. Sammy is the name of her community. And the duck on top, I believe, is called Sammy. And they have done an amazing job. She has done an amazing job being just a ball of fun. We watch her occasionally on my streams, reaction section. And yeah, she has a lot of fun. She has a lot of fun with her community. A lot of people are, of course, very happy. Shondo says, Nitya Sweep. It's total croc supremacy. World domination is so close. Xenon Symphonia from FaZe Saga as well. Whoa, huge congrats, Needy. Malice, also from FaZe Saga. Congrats, Machu. So excited for you. I'm mostly VOD gang these days because of my work schedule, but I'm always rooting for you. I'm watching the VODs and telling my friends to check out the Badass Croc Lady. VOD gang appreciation. And she's reacting to a lot. Like, she responds to a lot of fans here. 100% deserved from Ahin Dagar. Responding there. Doodle as well. Congrats. Also in the response, thank you. Yeah, look at all these people. Just regular people reacting to her. Responding to her, saying she deserves it. Feet connoisseur here. And yeah, she responds to as many as she could. Not all of them, of course, you can't respond to every single one, but she is really connected to her community, and it's great to see that this has resulted in a rise in subscribers for her. Poma Pon is a female English VTuber with V4 She's a member of the 4th generation Voltail with Lycoliana, Rarokora, and Terra404. And today we have something interesting popping up, which is this from not only her, but V4 What could be more immersive than 3D streams? We're happy to announce our 4D debuts. We shattered the dimensional walls, keeping our virtual reality at bay, and now a 4th dimension talents are invading the plane of existence. Invite them to your daily life. And that is each and every one of them are going to be doing their 4D debuts. And the first one that we're going to show you is, of course, is here, Poma Pon, having her fun with her model. Let's take a look.
What's going on? What's happening?
I'm gonna stand up. Can you guys tell me if I look different? I feel like something's changed.
She's joking, of course, but oh god, she's cursed, but she's still bouncy. What the heck?
Do I
She's
look
cursed
okay?
and bouncy. This has happened. Wait, why is she?
It hurts so bad.
Why is it just continuing to bounce? Why hasn't it stopped? There's a break in the matrix. What the heck is going on here? Something. The matrix is broken. She's still bouncy.
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Oh my god, it hurts. The pain. The pain. Oh my god.
Oh dear lordy. The pain, the bounciness is too much pain.
Oh my god.
Like life is pain. Pain is life. All that kind of stuff is going on. And here we go.
Well,
she's dealing with it. She's going through it.
At least my...
Let her go through it, people.
You know... Wait, I can't move my hands. I can't move my hands. Well, thank you so much. Thank you.
Now you can't deny that you're furry Noma plushie. It's in perpetual motion.
Yeah, I said the same thing.
Oh.
It's in perpetual motion. It's moving continuously. She tested how long it'll take. She actually... Okay.
Oh, thank you, Spoonful.
That is a very Poma Pon thing to do. Testing how long the jiggle physics continue. Well, there we are. We saw it. It was like, what, 10 seconds or something? It was a long time. Them jiggle physics be jiggling too much. It's like Jello.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hopefully this is relaxing for you and you feel like you could get sleep with this. Oh, then it's loading. Now it's loading.
So yeah, she had fun with this. She even played some games, as you can see here. It was a whole interesting experience. But I'm glad they're able to do something creative like this, something fun like this. They have a new song out as we go to Rikka from Holostars, a Japanese VTuber. They are part of, Hololive Productions Holostars, along with this first generation of Miyabi, Kira, Izuru, Arurandesu, and Yukishiji Suzaku. I probably said that wrong. Yakushiji Suzaku. I did say it wrong. And then we have the song that won't be released as usual. Starry Hourglass, lyrics in full version here. Lyrics, listeners, Rikka, composition, Rikka. Everyone who helped out, Gods, arrangement, Naosaka Osaka, video and logo, Sayu, Sayuu, and Fuji is the mixing. Let's listen in a little bit in here. And it's great that he was able to release this song after the whole situation of the recent Holostars downsizing and the Holostar JP downsizing, because he is a victim of this as well because of, it's just corporate stuff. It is corporate stuff, but I'm glad that even though through all the corporate stuff he was able to do something he wanted to do, he was able to do something he's passionate about, and he was able to put this out there for everybody.
All the way through college, and then we saw him graduate,
Damn,
and then
nice.
when he started working is when he started coming around a lot less. You always pay chatter. Thank you for dropping by. When hags are your peers. You are the hag! You're literally a fucking hag! Who? Please. Who the fuck do you think you are?
So basically, she wants to be everybody's mommy, it looks like. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing.
20s here. I've been grown up for a while. A likely story, chat. A likely story. I'm about to graduate college too, and I just started watching. I started watching when I started college. Guys! Oh my god! I feel like a proud parent. Oh my god!
Yep,
It's like-
yep. She wants to be Chat's mommy, and Chat wants her to be their mommy. That's that's a thing. That's a thing some people do. Like that whole situation. It is what it is, though. None you can do there. When you just suddenly become Chat's mommy, as I've found out myself, there's not much you can do at that point. Thank you guys for watching as always, and of course take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.